Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. I am going to be reading for April 7th through the 13th. Now, I was definitely sick last week. I'm still sick this week, but it's amazing what makeup can do. So I'm hoping that I don't that I don't have any coughing fits while we're talking, but if I do, please forgive me. And let's just get through what we can get through, okay? Because we've got interesting stuff. We are now in April. We are still in Aries season. Many things are going on with April. A lot of people, a lot of the old calendars would say that April 1st was, while everybody would say April Fool's Day, was actually the beginning of the year, which makes kind of sense because that is when in the Northern Hemisphere where spring begins. There's other people, there's other calendars that says that the first new moon in April or in Aries season was the beginning of the new year too. So we've got lots of different changes happening. Now, remember that I am, that I pray, I meditate, I do all the, all my Reiki energies put into the cards, but always remember these are general readings. They may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest, okay? I'm what I call myself an intuitive channeler. I open myself to God, Source, Jesus, and just ask whatever needs to come through, come through. Now, for the readings themselves, this is the overview. I will be using my Radley Valentine Angel Tarot cards, my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards. I will use my Doreen Virtue and Grant Virtue Angels of Abundance. We will also use, because I like to use these during any time of moon changes, our Angel Gemstone Oracle cards, Margaret Ann Lembo and Victoria Rose Martin. And because we have a new moon coming up, Moonology Manifestation Oracle cards, Yasmin Bolin. Now, again, prayed, meditated, infused all the cards with Reiki energy. Again, these are general readings, may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. For the main readings for this one, for this, video in itself, I will use my Radley Valentine Angel Wisdom card. And I'm really liking the Fairy Tarot cards. Again, Radley Valentine. Now let's go first of all to what's going on in the world. What is going on out there? We have an eclipse coming on the 8th. We have a new moon on the 8th. We've got changes all over the place. So here we go. Let's go here, here, and here. Are we not open? Here we go there. Let's see. Yep, there we are. All right, so this is the Hyphen. I've got to put my glasses on. The hyphenastrologer.net. And I do like how he puts little, he just kind of lays it all out. So we did have on the, well, it was the 1st and 2nd, Mercury going retrograde in Aries. So Mercury is in Aries right now. We still have Venus in Pisces and also Neptune in Pisces. Oh, I'm sorry, Venus on the 5th entered into Aries. So we have Mercury and Venus now in Aries, but Mercury is going retro. Mercury's going to be in Aries for a little bit longer than normal because of this retrograde. We have our 8th is our April new moon. It's at 19 degrees. Now 19, remember when we go back to the tarot cards, that is the sun card in the major arcana. The sun really very associated with Aries, with fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So, and this is a very positive energy, very positive card. So we have the 1 and 9, numbers have meanings. So we have a 1, new beginning. A 10 plus a 9 is transitioning into that new beginning. But the 9 is also saying, let's wrap it up. We've got everything we need. 1 plus 9 becomes that 10 again, transition, and then 1 plus 0 becomes that 1, new beginning. Now we have April 8th, 2024. So we've got a lot of 4 energy there. We've got a lot of 2 energy there. You add April is a 4, April plus 8, that's 12. 12 plus 2 is, what is that? 14, 16, and then we come to 20. So, that comes down to that 20 number. That would be also in the major arcana. The 20 would be also your judgment card, where you have to do a lot of evaluation and you come to a point where you're like, okay, I'm either good with what I need to do or where I'm going, or I need to do some revisiting and get things fixed up. Remember, Mercury in retrograde is all about going back and doing some fix-ups. So and we'll talk a little bit more about the eclipse, because it is an interesting time. But let's go on to the 10th. Mars, Mars is conjunct with Saturn in Pisces. So Saturn, we have an interesting time with Saturn. Saturn's all about rules, regulations, but it's in the dreamy Pisces. 14 is the Temperance card. It is about compromising. And Mars is a warrior energy. So I'm kind of looking that even no matter what happens on the 8th, I'm kind of looking that something a little bit more, something's going to push forward more on the 10th, okay? So then we have Mercury conjuncting, which is retrograde, conjuncting with the sun, and we have a 21. 21 is all about the World card, which is all good energy. And then we have a 12. What is 12? 12 is the Hanged Man. Yeah, Hanged Man. So we have a 1, 2, 2, 1. And then we come back to the 19th, where Venus is in, 17 degrees. 17 is the star card in Aries. So we've got some interesting times ahead. Now let's go on. We're going to go look at the horoscopes.astro-seek.com. And we're going to look at, we know about, the sun will go into Taurus on the 19th. We're not quite there yet. But the new moon, and this is Eastern time, the new moon, also, there is also this eclipse with the new moon. So that's going to be at about, what is that? So about 6:20 p.m. So we're going to go from that eclipse into that new moon, and it's just a very interesting time that we are headed into. So let's go on in here now. Let me go back here. We're going to come back. Now, some of the things about this eclipse, again, it's making, when we compare it with the 2017 eclipse that went all over Northern America or the United States, that went like this. This one, so it went more like it went more of a, a sloping down to the, down towards from the West Coast to the East Coast. And this one is more of an ascending from the West Coast into the East Coast. Now, it does create an X over this area in Illinois. I've talked to you about that, or I've done a little posting in the community page, so you can take a peek at what that's about. Interesting things. Now, we also have a very weird comet. I think it's going through right around the time of the eclipse, where you're supposed to be able to see it. It's supposed to be red. It's called the Devil Comet. We also have, what I'm hearing is that CERN is going to be restarting on the 8th also. And then I'm hearing that NASA is sending out rockets, 3 rockets up to see how this might affect. Now, I will tell you that in all my life, all my years of living, during eclipse times, total or not total, there was, we have never been told to prepare or to be worried about an eclipse. There's a lot of different people out there, just very strange stuff going on. I feel like there's a lot of fear mongering going on with this. Remember, and again, one of the things that I'm always telling you, well, I don't know if I've told you lately, if you pray, why worry? If you worry, why pray? There's a lot of things we cannot control in that big universe, but we can have a little more control in our own space. So one of the things that I'm going to just say is, if this is something that's worrying you about what's going on, pray and just give it to God, source, Jesus, and, whoever that is for you. And let that higher power take care of whatever's going on, okay? Because I really feel it's more of that 10th that's going to be of interest, more than the 8th. But eclipses are they are signs in the sky. They are signs in the sky. They are where there is dark, but then dark comes back to light. So we got interesting times. Let's go on. Higher power, Holy Spirit. What else is there? What else is there going on with the 7th through the 13th? Just interesting times. Interesting times. Should we be worried? Should we be afraid? You know what? Nothing you can do. Nothing you can do with fear. Again, fear is one of the tools of the devil. Tries to keep you from your blessings. And, again, and I'll say it again, if you worry, why pray? And if you pray, why worry? That has gotten me through life so much better than everything else, okay? Or than many other things, let's put it this way. So higher power, Holy Spirit, what else do you want to say during this time? Here we go. I'm so sorry I wasn't there for last week, but whatever this is, the best thing to do is just to sleep through it. So here we go. All right, so this is one that popped out. This is our 3, and this would be the 3 of air. So this would be your 3 of sword energy. So 3 is, 3 actually is a good energy, good positive number. Celebration, it's creation. It's also the number of 3 coming together. Remember, new moons are also about new beginnings and new seasons. And many, many people, many calendars in the past would say that this is what would start our new year off. So we have the sword energy, which is our Aquarius, our Gemini, and our Libra energy. We've talked about Pluto and Aquarius. We know that Libra, the south node is in Libra, trying to clean up a lot of past stuff, making sense of some past. Again, we have Mercury in retrograde, so there's a lot of karmic past cleansing going on. And this is the first, planet that is actually in retrograde for us right now. We've been, many of all the planets have been very, very direct. So Azrael is the, so we have a 3, we have sword energy, we have the Archangel Azrael, who is part of the archangel that helps to transition you. This is the angel, what many people would say the angel of death. However, Azrael is a very kind angel and helps to make changes very easy, okay? Helps to guide you through the changes. So again, and this number 13, so 13, again, that is a number of where there is lots of endings, but with those endings come those new beginnings, maybe a little bit on the shocking side. So here we go. Great sadness that will heal with time. Let go of the past. Personal growth that comes from challenges. Healing misunderstandings, being there for those in need. So, I always look at this as this is about letting go of past. It's not to say that you forget the past, but it does help you with forgiving. And when you forgive someone or forgive a situation, it doesn't mean you have to return to that situation or to that someone, but it does help. When I'm doing Reiki, healings, there's a lot of things that, I can feel cords and connections, and people are trying to, disconnect from that. And it helps. This is one of those cards that says to help you to disconnect from those things that anchor you down, from those energies that are almost, in many ways, they're, like energy vampires. They try to suck you in. Okay. So a lot of times you got to clamp those cords off. Sometimes you got to knot them. Sometimes you got to cut them. But it's not to lose the lesson. It's just to lose the drain, whoever or whatever is trying to drain your energies. Okay. Let's go on here. Next card. Oh, reversed. Release. So now we have Azrael again. We have the Major Arcana card. We have a 13. This is the card that says let it go. This is, in other tarot, this could be considered the death card. But remember, death is not about, it's not about an ending of a life. It's just ending of a way of life. Okay. So it's something has to end in order for something to begin. So it's interesting. We've got these two cards together. Endings that lead to new beginnings. The need to release situations or people that hold you back. Spiritual transformation. Again, we have the 13. So a 10 in itself, like I said, transition. 3 again is celebration, creation, the power of 3. We add the 1 and the 3 together, becomes a 4, and that also brings about stability, organization, and leadership. So it's in order for the spring, again, in order for the spring to come, in order for the new buds to come, the winter has to end in order for spring to come. Here we go. Next card. We have a 1. Interesting, again, we have Azrael one more time. So there's a very strong change going on here. A very strong, like I said, Azrael is one to help you transition forward. We have a 1, a new beginning, new start. We have an earth energy. That's Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. I don't think anything is in Capricorn yet. Taurus has, what does Taurus have? Taurus has Jupiter, and it still has Uranus. So expect the unexpected. But whatever we're letting go of, whatever we're releasing, and Azrael, it's very strong here with Azrael here, whatever we're releasing, it does bring about something that's marvelous for us, okay? Remember, earth energy is money, job, career. A windfall of abundance, wise counsel, or good fortune. An exciting career opportunity. A lucrative contract. Significant purchases like a home or vehicle. So something has to end. Something has to, it may not feel comfortable. It may not feel all pretty and neat, but it has to end in order for something new and wonderful to begin. Okay? So let's go on. Oh, and remember, new moon in Aries. Go for it. Okay, let's see what else we have. Let's see what else we have. Higher power, Holy Spirit. What else do you want to say? Now, I just think it's interesting. Azrael is in all 3 of these cards. So there is a major shift, a major change coming or happening, or we are in the process of this. So it's a, okay. I think we have more than 1 card. Yep, we have a couple of cards here, and we will use them. 8 of winter. 8 unlimited opportunities, possibilities. Winter is our air energy again. So it is a, it's all about our thoughts. It's our processes. It's our thinking. What are we going to be doing in that future? Okay. Now, this talks about you have what it takes. So this is giving us a lot of encouragement. You have what it takes if only you believe in yourself. Thinking that you are powerless when you're not. A lack of self-confidence that keeps you from getting what you want, okay? So a lot of this is also about feeling very trapped, but a lot of the things that are trapping you, a lot of the things that are holding you back is your lack of faith in yourself. Now, granted, remember, this is more universal energy, so we have to come together and we have to believe that there is more to come in a more positive way. Okay, now we have our 5 of winter. 5 of winter. 5 is change, change, change. Again, air energy here. This is where I always tell you to watch out for sneaky snake. Sneaky snake, both in the 5 and 7 of air energy, tells you about, oh, look here, don't look here. No, no, no. Well, we're doing this over there. We don't want you watching us. So, so we're going to distract you here. So, we want to be very careful about distractions. We want to keep our eyes on the prize. We want to keep, we want to be following what we need to be following, okay? We don't, but sometimes it's very much squirrel. Oh, where? What am I going to look at? Over here? Sure, let's do this. So, this talks about walking away from dishonest associations, realizing that what you thought you wanted isn't the best choice for your happiness. Something that's not worth the effort. Now that's an interesting read on this card. It's not worth the effort. You thought you wanted it. You don't want it. You found out it wasn't good for you. You found out that Sneaky Snake was trying to sell you, something that they were trying to sell you a sleight of hand. Okay. So it's interesting. It's not good for you. You've got to do the, you've got to let it go. You've got to release it. You've got to welcome in this new future, new positive energy. And again, it's just not worth your effort. So stop holding on to something that, or the world needs to stop holding on to something that is not positive or good for it. So now we have the major arcana, the moon. So the moon, we have a new moon coming. We have, this is an 18 again, 8. We know what 1 and 0 is, and 8 is unlimited opportunities. 1 plus 8 is a 9. You've got everything you need. Now we have a new moon coming. The new moon, right when, you know, all this eclipse stuff is going on with this new moon and the eclipsing the solar and all that stuff going on. So the moon is very strong at play during this week. Very strong at play. The moon energy is very strong here. Now, during this time, again, you know, if you worry, why pray? If you pray, why worry? This is one of those times when you're meditating, when you're connecting with God's source. You know, this is going to be one of those times that I'm going to be taking a little bit of time to just kind of say, okay, what do I need to know? What do I need to understand? There's a lot of, there is a lot of ascension energy going on. There's a lot of transformation energy going on. There's a lot of, oh, look here, don't look here. So we, you know, we're the ones that have to keep a balance. We have to try to work with that balance, and we have to keep the balance from tipping into the dark. Okay, so we need to keep the balance in the light. Okay, so powerful intuitive epiphanies. Letting go, again, we have letting go energy of worry and fear, understanding the truth of a situation. So again, understanding of the truth of the situation, seeing Sneaky Snake for what Sneaky Snake's all about, you know, having a little more confident in what we need. We need to believe that there's a better future. We have to believe that we are not powerless. You know, there's lots of different energies going on here. We have Azrael here, you know, very strong, you know, archangel who is going to help to transition. So this could be a very strong week of transformation and for transition. Okay. I hope I make sense there. Like I said, I'm running on fumes right now, but I am getting better. Again, I apologize. I wasn't here last week, but and every day this week I was like, okay, today's the day. Today's the day. Well, today is the day. Okay, and I will let you then do the stuff that you need to do. Please, 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 please like, share, subscribe. Click on the bell for notifications. Yes, it helps. I also post on Rumble, so Rumble me and do all the same things at Rumble. Okay, main point, always know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. We get through this together.